Hey friends, Nibs again. Wanted to get out to the range and do a little more plinking and do another video or two for you guys and let you see another cool gun that I've had for quite a while actually now, but I thought it was pretty cool and be worth doing a video on. But here's this one here, and I know what you're thinking right off the bat. Kind of looks like a M1 carbine, but I'm not really sure. I don't think so. So if you suspected that it wasn't an M1 carbine directly, then you were right. So this particular one is made by the Erma Work company, and they were a gun making company out of Germany for quite a long time, World War II era up until the 90s, I believe. They kind of dissolved in the 90s. There's some history there that we could talk about a little bit too, but this particular one, I know you're saying now, this one is a model EM122. So the M1 for E for Erma, M1 for M1 carbine, and then 22 for 22 long rifle. So this one is in decent shape. It's got a couple little scratches on the stock and stuff, but this one was probably used as a trainer. So a little history, you're probably thinking this, cute little toy, another 22, right? But this one was originally designed to be a trainer for starting out with the German military, but it was actually adopted by the Austrians as well, from what I've read. There's some nice proof marks, like I said, on the barrel here. It's got the German nitro proof. It's got one that shows it was from the German ordnance of bombardment or whatever. So it probably was a trainer for the German military. And it also has a date stamp on here of 1970. And like I said, I'll put some pictures up of these proof marks so you can see what they look like. These ones were developed in the early 60s, and from what I read, they were in production clean up to about 1990 when Erma went out of business. One of the little kind of history things there with Erma that I've read and seen on the internet was, and I have a couple of their rifles. Erma made a lever action 22 and 22 Magnum, and I have one that is actually rebranded as an Ithaca. But if you set that beside a Henry H001, there's absolutely no difference. When Erma went out of business in the early 90s, the people that now own the Henry company bought the rights and machinery diagrams and all that sort of thing for that, what now is the H001, and began producing that as the Henry H001. So kind of a cool, Erma was well known for making quality stuff, and they took that H001 design and turned it into a very popular, and still to this day, decades later, still one of their top selling guns, I believe. So these were originally designed to be a military trainer, because the German police, West German police, and the military in Germany, for what they were allowed to have, had adopted the M1 carbine as one of their rifles. So they needed a trainer to train troops and stuff without using up all that expensive 30 carbine ammo. And also the Austrians had adopted the M1 carbine as one of their military firearms. So it has a pretty cool history. Like I said, my particular one was made in 1970, per the proof mark on there, date mark. It does have an importer stamp on here of PW Arms in Redmond, Virginia. I really wasn't able to find any information on who they were or when they particularly brought these weapons into the country, but I guess that's not really important. I know I found some information where H&R had done some importing for them and a couple others, but it has a magazine. It actually comes up to a 22 size, but it is the width of a 30 carbine magazine on the bottom, so it kind of mimics that as well. It's got some good heft to it. It very much feels like a 30 carbine, EM1 carbine, as far as weight goes, so they really did a good job duplicating that. This will hold up to 12 rounds, which I would never do anything like that in New York State. So just got my gong out there. I really didn't want to mess around with any targets, but this one does seem to be kind of particular about ammo, but this one here, I got the Aguila high velocity stuff, and it really seems to cycle real nice with that. So I got the gong swinging a little bit, hitting it on the side, and so chasing a moving target now. And once it's empty, it locks open. So like I said, it's a pretty cool little firearm. I've had this one. Does have a safety down here on the trigger guard. I believe that's same one as the M1 carbine, the standard M1 carbine. So may not be exactly the same, but it's in the same position. So for training purposes. But anyway, there's the EM122, a pretty cool training rifle, adopted by the West Germans and the Austrians to train for M1 carbine use. I've had this one for a number of years now, and really cycles nice with that Aguila. It also works well with Thunderbolt, Remington Thunderbolts. Some high velocity won't cycle in this. The Winchester white box, garbage anyway, but that wouldn't work in this. I think, I don't know if I've tried much else in that, but it's a pretty fun little gun. Just a quick little plinker. It's got a peep sight on the rear here and a shrouded post on the front. So anyway, there you have it, M1 carbine trainer. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notified when I do put up a new video. And also on Facebook and on me, we have a collectors group also called Walnut and Steel that you know, we talk about old timer stuff like this pretty much on a daily basis. And hope you'll go over there and check it out and join up. So anyway, hope you had a great time watching my video, and we will see you on the next one.